How did Lego, a company that today positions itself as a massive eco-brand dropping millions to ditch regular plastic, help big oil giant Shell greenwash its reputation just a little while ago? How did one single YouTube video completely destroy a 50+ year partnership between two of the biggest brands on the planet? And who's actually to blame for all of this? Today, we're breaking down one of the biggest scandals in Lego history. In this video, we're uncovering the whole truth. It all started way back in the 1960s when Lego teamed up with the oil and gas giant Shell. You could find exclusive Lego sets at Shell gas stations all over the world. We're talking little cars with the Shell logo, toy gas pumps, and tiny gas station attendant figures. For Shell, this was a genius way to attract families with kids to their stations and build this positive, family-friendly image. And for Lego, it meant a massive global distribution network and multi-million-dollar contracts. Get this, their last major deal signed in 2011 was valued at around $110 million. I mean, this partnership was so mutually beneficial that it lasted for decades. But then, things took a turn. In the early 2010s, Shell started actively prepping to drill for oil in the Arctic, specifically in the Chukchi Sea, right off the coast of Alaska. Environmentalists immediately sounded the alarm. Why? Well, cleaning up an oil spill in the harsh, icy conditions of the Arctic would be practically impossible. It threatened a total disaster for a completely unique ecosystem with polar bears, walruses, and whales. On top of that, extracting more oil would only accelerate global warming, which was already melting the Arctic ice at a crazy rate. Greenpeace stepped up to defend the Arctic, but they realized something crucial. Just protesting against big oil directly is incredibly hard because they have unlimited resources. So they decided to hit Shell where it hurts their public image by going after their partners. In July 2014, Greenpeace launched a massive campaign targeted not at Shell but at Lego. Their main argument was essentially this: Shell is using Lego's positive, family-friendly image, a toy kids love, to wash their reputation, all while destroying the very future of those kids by destroying the Arctic. This tactic, by the way, is literally called greenwashing. The killing blow? A viral video. Greenpeace dropped a video on YouTube called Lego Everything Is Not Awesome. Now, in case you missed it, 2014 was the year the incredibly successful The Lego Movie came out, and its massive hit soundtrack was the super upbeat song Everything Is Awesome. Greenpeace recreated this beautiful Arctic landscape using Lego bricks. There were polar bears, kids playing, Inuit people, huskies. But suddenly, this perfect little world starts getting flooded by thick, black oil. By the end, the toys are completely submerged and the only thing left floating on the surface is a flag with the Shell logo. And all of this plays out to this really melancholic, sad, slowed down cover of Everything Is Awesome. The video went off like a bomb. It racked up millions of views practically overnight. People were absolutely shocked. Greenpeace gathered over 1 million signatures on a petition demanding that Lego break their contract. Activists were literally staging protests outside Legolands all over the globe. Lego's CEO at the time, Jürgen Knudsen, came out and said the company was deeply saddened to have their brand dragged into a fight between environmentalists and big oil. Their stance was basically, hey, we just make toys, Greenpeace needs to take their complaints directly to Shell, not us. We're not breaking the contract. But the public pressure did not let up. Parents from all over the world were flooding Lego social media with angry comments. A brand that had spent decades building a reputation as an ethical, environmentally responsible company was suddenly taking a massive hit to its public image. Finally, in October 2014, Lego caved. Jürgen Knudsen released an official statement. They would honor their current contract with Shell until it expired, which was in about 18 months, but they would not be renewing it. A partnership that had lasted over 50 years was officially dead. The environmentalists won. This went down as one of the most high-profile victories for Greenpeace in the history of corporate warfare. They proved that you could actually strip oil giants of their social license by putting the squeeze on their partners. And what about Shell? In 2015, after blowing through billions of dollars facing massive public backlash and dealing with tons of drilling issues, Shell announced they were officially abandoning their exploration in the Arctic. Of course, this whole situation left a permanent mark on Lego too. After the scandal, the Danish company went all in on total sustainability. Today, they are pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into developing bricks made not from petroleum-based plastics, but from recycled materials and sugarcane, with the ultimate goal of becoming completely carbon neutral.